Hey guys, we'll post this afternoon about who we are, which is this flashlight of attention. So if you imagine we are a torch or a flashlight, and for example, if you're in a dark room and you have the flashlight, you can light up parts of the room, and depending on whereabouts you place it, you'll see different things in that room. So you see a chair, maybe you see a teddy bear, maybe you see something else. And that flashlight is exactly what we are like. So that means we can, if we are outside, for example, we can look at things. So say we're walking on a street and we can either look at, for example, some lovely flowers, or we can, for example, look at litter on the street. We have that choice. We can look at the lovely flowers or the litter. And what most of us don't realise, even our whole lives, is that we always have a choice about where we place our attention. So we can either put it on more beautiful things or less pleasant things. And that's just with your sight. The same with your sense of hearing. So maybe you can hear cars on this road, and you can also hear birdsong. You can choose to tune in your hearing to particular things. So you might prefer to listen to birdsong than cars on the street, which is actually it's a different frequency, which is actually better for you to listen to something natural sound like birdsong. So you can actually tune your auditory perception into, for example, the birdsong. And the same with the other senses. But those are the two key senses that we use as humans. But also, more fundamentally than that, which is moving to different sense perceptions, is also we can observe thoughts in us. So we can observe a thought. So if it's a thought which is negative, maybe it's saying something unpleasant like, you're not good enough, or you can't do this, or no one likes you, or whatever it is, you can notice this thought as the awareness, and then choose to place your attention elsewhere. So you can take the attention off that and say, I'm going to put my attention on something else, which may be your sense perceptions. Maybe if you're outside, maybe it's on the lovely trees. And you can choose, and the more you do that, so thoughts that you don't want to give attention to and put your attention somewhere else, that will literally change your reality. Also in exactly the same way, with emotions, we can do that as well. So, for example, we've got a really strong emotion within us and within our energy field. So it could be sadness. So that could be like a really heavy feeling. And what I recommend you do if you feel any of these emotions is to really feel it. So if it's sadness, how does it feel in your body? So for me, if I have sadness, I feel contracted, feel heavy, and it's not a very pleasant sensation. But you can feel that sensation within you. So as I said, you're this flashlight of attention. So you're not ever the emotion, the thought, or the sense perception, but you can notice these things. So with the emotion, if you have that emotion, what I recommend you do is actually feel it. What we usually do when we have a strong emotion is actually that we start thinking. It triggers negative thoughts in our head. So it could be like, my life's a bit rubbish, and I hate what I have to do every day, or I don't like this person, I don't like that person. It starts triggering all these negative thoughts. But if what you do instead is actually feel the emotion and just accept it and be a bit curious about it, how does it feel in my body? And just observe that. And you can the key is not to let it go into your thinking, just to accept it's there and let it run its course. And you'll find that if you don't let it be contaminated by this negative thinking, so you stay with the emotion in your body, then what that does is actually means that the emotion can pass through you much more quickly, and it's far less likely to reoccur because it's trying to tell you something, whatever it is. And if you observe it and feel it, then it might give you a message, it might tell you something, maybe something you need to change in your life. But the key is to just feel it and accept it. So as I said at the beginning, you are this flashlight of attention. you can choose where you place it. With the luxury of choice, we can put it on certain sense perceptions. I'm going to put it on thoughts. We can put it on emotions. We can put it on a kind of combination of them. But what most of us spend our time doing is completely lost in thought. So we're not the awareness that sees the thinking, we are the thoughts. So the key really is to just try and move some of your attention into the sense perception realm. We have these 5 amazing senses. Try and use that. So even if it's for half an hour every day, if you go for a walk or something outside, try and just observe what you see. So if it's the lovely trees or birds, or so for example, you can look without thought. If it's the noises of the birds, you just listen without interpreting. You spend a lot more time in that sense perception mode. And when thoughts come up, you can just choose to ignore them and focus your attention back on the present moment using your sense perceptions. So that's the key, just in this short video, is that actually we are this flashlight of attention, and we can choose to place it where we want. So you have the choice. You don't have to listen to negative thoughts and believe that they're you. You can just observe them and choose to direct your attention elsewhere onto sense perceptions. So I hope that little video has been useful. If you'd like to comment below, that'd be much appreciated. Or if you understand it or you want me to talk more about other things, I'm here to help you guys. Okay, thanks and have a lovely day.